Hello. Most brands have hero products, and we certainly have our hero products, but GF5 is a superhero. It has captured the attention of so many people within the industry, and especially those who are a little more skeptical about what serums can actually achieve. Why is it so amazing? Well, it's really the growth factors that are in GF5, and thus the name GF5. We have a mix of 5 growth factors, and what growth factors do is essentially help trigger regeneration. Now, you get lots of growth factors from your mother's placenta when you're in her womb as a developing fetus. When you're born, you're making your own growth factors, but the production of your growth factors declines significantly through childhood, and by the time you're 18, this production is very minimal. So through adulthood, you start manifesting signs of aging, because this is really aging of the cells that cannot be repaired due to the absence of growth factors. So imagine if you can have a formulation which is in the right concentration, which this clearly is, the right mix of growth factors, and in a formula that can actually penetrate to the deep dermis and the cells that need the growth factors, you can get extremely powerful clinical results within days. So what growth factors do we have here? We have EGF, epidermal growth factor, which you will have heard of from other brands as well. And then the other 4 growth factors are acidic fibroblast growth factor, basic fibroblast growth factor, insulin-like growth factor 1, and vasoendothelial growth factor. And these collectively will potentiate a whole number of different pathways to, as I said, promote cellular healing and regeneration. And so they're really fixers, they're troubleshooters. They don't discriminate between various concerns, whether it's wound healing or pigmentation or scarring. They're really just there to help heal. And of course, what is aging if it isn't a very, very slow, gradual process of unrepaired damage? And that's why these growth factors are phenomenal. I must say that the concentration we've used is industry leading, and that is part of the reason behind the magic of GF5. Of course, there are a couple of other actives. There are 2 neuropeptides. Neuropeptides work a little bit like botulinum toxin A in a very mild manner. That's acetylhexapeptide 8 and acetylhexapeptide 30. And of course, we've got a couple of other actives such as acetylglutamine, folic acid ferment, which help potentiate the activity of the growth factors, as well as have other benefits, for example, reducing oxidative stress and reducing transepidermal water loss. So actually, GF5 does increase hydration of the skin as well, quite significantly, about 83% with one application. And you'll find that when patients use this, they will often, within 24 hours, report quite significant improvements. So let's look at some of the studies. Well, your training manual will have information on various lab studies that have been done. Lines and wrinkles around the eye area can reduce between 23 and 46%. Skin elasticity improves by about 46% within 4 weeks from using GF5. And of course, in our own studies, we found that, for example, we did one with Morpheus 8, which is microneedle assisted radiofrequency, and we showed that satisfaction after just 1 of 3 treatments at 4 weeks increased by 330% when we introduced GF5, and that was not compared to using nothing, but that was compared to using our previous protocol of another brand of EGF cream and hyaluronic cream. We've also tested it on post-procedure healing, and our most aggressive procedure is gas plasma in the form of Plexa. And I used the measure of how many out-of-hours contacts there were from patients, because we all know that one of the most stressful things is hearing from patients who are experiencing unexpected issues with healing or complications. And that can really play on their mind and on ours. Well, I had a drop of 92% over 12 months when using GF5 compared to using another globally leading conditioned stem cell media. So again, these tests were compared against other leading products, not against patients using nothing. In real numbers, I had a drop of 24 patients in 12 months contacting me compared to just 2 patients contacting me with concerns with their healing. So who can use GF5? Well, really anyone and everyone. people of any age can use this for pretty much anything. Now, of course, we have to be careful not to make any medical claims, but I can tell you that anecdotally, I have had a number of doctors, dentists, nurses report to me that their patients have noticed improvements with odd dermatitis-like rashes which don't seem to respond to anything, including steroid therapy, even some cases of psoriasis and eczema. But of course, be careful what claims you make officially to your patients. We have used this on mild superficial burns. We've used it definitely on any procedure that interrupts the skin layer, be it chemical peels, laser, gas plasma, microneedling assisted radiofrequency, and so on. And of course, people who just simply want better, healthier skin. So general anti-aging or just troubled skin. We've had patients with acne report vast improvements in a matter of weeks just by using GF5. So there really isn't anyone who should be turned away from GF5. It is a fantastic all-rounder that pretty much troubleshoots most things you'll come across, and it will make your patients fall in love with growth factors and indeed with CellDerma. And of course, ultimately, their trust in you will go up significantly. Thank you.